the Montana Grizzlies, the Montana State Bobcats, champions of the Big Sky Conference, now headed to the NCAA tournaments where their toughness and determination will be put to the test. Welcome to an MTN Sports special presentation, Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tiorama, with your hosts Kyle Hansen and Grace Lawrence.
Hello everyone, and welcome to the Best of the Big Sky special right here on MTN. I'm Kyle Hansen, co-hosting it with Grace Lawrence down in Bozeman, and I'm on site here at Ball Arena at Denver, the site of the men's NCAA tournament first and second rounds. And over the next half hour, we will go over all things NCAA tournament and Treasure State as we break down the journey for the Montana Grizzlies and Montana State Bobcats to get to this point and their magical runs. But first, let's send it down to Grace, who breaks down how these two programs got here.
Grace Lawrence here outside Brick Breeden Fieldhouse as both the Montana men and the Montana State women are going dancing. They both punched their ticket last week at the Big Sky Tournament in Boise, Idaho. The Grizz men came in as the 2 seed, with decisive quarterfinal and semifinal wins over Northern Arizona and Idaho. They owned a solid lead against Northern Colorado in the championship game until the Bears came roaring back. The Grizz ran away with the win in the final minutes, though, as Brandon Whitney shined in their 3-game stretch to earn tournament MVP. Kai Johnson and Money Williams also earned first-team all-conference accolades for their performances in Boise. They enter the big dance as a 14 seed and will take on 3-seeded Wisconsin in Denver. The Montana State women, who've made it clear they've been on a mission all season long, came into Boise ready for tournament action. Skating through UNC and Idaho State in their first 2 games, they then faced their rival, the Lady Grizz, for a championship on the final day. Montana came out firing, but MSU relied on their Bobcat-built defense to stay in the game. They pulled away to as much as a double-digit lead, but on the shoulder of Danny Barch, UM found themselves with a 1-point lead with 8 seconds left. Then it was the shot heard round the college basketball world. The junior from Canada, Mara Dykstra, at the buzzer to send the Cats dancing. And she's got to make some more room in the trophy case. The Wizard, Esmeralda Morales, earned tournament MVP. Kaylee Chirick also earned first-team all-tournament for the Cats. A 30-win season earned the Cats a 13 seed to play 4-seeded Ohio State in Columbus on Friday. After the Montana State women rolled through Boise, they waited anxiously for a few days to see how the committee would reward a 30-win season. They gathered in this building behind me on Sunday to see what their fate was. Montana State will be a 13 seed and traveling to Columbus, Ohio to take on 4th-seeded Ohio State on Friday. In the women's tournament, the highest-seeded team within the 4 in their side of the bracket gets to host the first 2 rounds, so the Buckeyes will have home court advantage.
First thought is somebody's home court, and they're very good on their home floor, and we had that experience at Florida Gulf Coast. We've had that experience in Dahlberg Arena. We've had a lot of situations this year where we've had to be a road warrior, so my first reaction was, okay, this team's built for being road warriors, so let's bring it.
No, I'm excited to go over there to Columbus, Ohio. Never been. Just excited to go play and have this opportunity to go play against a good team, a 4-seeded team, and go out there and just make memories.
The Montana State women are the first 30-win team in conference in program history, went undefeated in conference play on the road, and earned them one of the highest seeds in conference history to represent on the national stage.
It's great. I think it shows like the respect that we're getting with the year that we had. It's just not an easy year that we can just do it again. You just never know what happens, but it just shows that like people respect us, but at the same time we're underdogs now, so we can go out there and just play free and just don't have to have the pressure of like, oh, we have to win it, we have to, like, we're top. No, we're underdogs now, so just go out there and just play us.
The team is excited and hungry, looking to make even more history this season.
This is their spring break, and there's a lot of other things you can be doing, and I would tell you right now, this whole team wants to be in a gym and advancing, and so we had a great practice today. I felt like the energy was high. That's the big thing, is just take every day and soak it in and enjoy this ride, enjoy this moment, stay in the present.
Now over to Kyle, who was with the Grizz men on Selection Sunday to see where they landed.
The Grizzlies celebrated their selection show watch party at the Still Room in Missoula as players, coaches, and more all soaked up that moment when Montana heard its name called on the program for the first time in 6 years. And for every player on this Grizzly team, it's the first time they've experienced this thrill of anticipation for the big dance.
It's the 14 seed.
It was a scene and moment that teams dream about all year. And for the Montana Grizzlies, it had been a 6-year wait, with Montana last going dancing when they went back-to-back in 2018 and 2019.
From the end of the championship game to the ball going up in the air in the first round is as much fun as the actual game in the NCAA tournament, and one of them is waiting to find out who you play. So it's always fun to see the guys, show some energy and be excited about a matchup.
It was a new opponent this time, though, as Montana got Michigan both of those times, but same conference as they will take on the Wisconsin Badgers on Thursday in Denver.
First of all, we're always just happy to be in the field. You always sometimes wonder about certain matchups, style of play, things like that. I need to watch a lot more film to have an opinion, but there's no question they like matching this up with the Big Ten.
Family, friends, and supporters were all in attendance on Sunday as they supported the Grizzlies at the Still Room. And after a couple of moments that made it sound like it would be the Grizzlies, their wait eventually paid off when they heard their name called during the selection show.
The thing I like about Denver is our fans can get there, our families can get there, everybody can get there with the direct flight. Some of the places like Wichita, Milwaukee are a little harder for our fans to get. So I think we'll have an opportunity to have a pretty good crowd.
And for the first time, every player on this Grizzly basketball team will experience what March is all about. Coming up, we turn the page to the Grizzlies preparing for the big game and also catch up with some special players who have had a big impact with the team this year. That's next on Best of the Big Sky.
Thanks for watching this MTN Sports presentation of Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama. Welcome back to Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama.
Welcome back to Best of the Big Sky. For the Montana Grizzlies, they've been soaking up every moment since they won the Big Sky Tournament Championship in Boise. But starting on Monday, it was all back to business as the Grizzlies prepared for the Badgers. The mindset for Montana has now shifted as they prepare for the tall task of Wisconsin on Thursday.
One of the big things we focused on was not getting complacent this year, and I think that was why we went on our 10-game win streak. And, I don't think we're complacent now, and I don't think we should be at all. Like I said, we got to get back to work.
It had been 6 years since the Grizz last qualified for the Big Dance, a timeline that felt like a drought for a program that has built a culture and expectation of winning the Big Sky each year.
It's special to be here and be in a program that 6 years is called a drought. Right? I mean, we're often competing in recruiting with programs that haven't been in 20, 30 years or ever. So at this level, to be considered a drought in 6 years is a great situation to be in.
So when Montana achieved that last Wednesday in Boise, the climb was complete.
So for me to be able to sit back on March 12th and watch the guys celebrate was huge, because I think that this was a team that deferred probably to one another more than any team I've ever been a part of.
I think the coaching staff, just the Grizzly culture, Missoula. I think all these people deserve it. I think they deserve to be able to come watch winners. Just to have a team that's the face of what this city and what this program is about. So yeah, it's been awesome.
Numerous goals have been checked off this season, but the Big Sky has yet to have a men's tournament victor since the 2006 Grizzlies. So Montana will once again attempt to play spoiler and create a magical run of their own.
It changes lives, whether it's the players, whether it's the coaches, whether it's the program, whether it's the administrators that contribute to the program. Everyone wins when they're a part of success like that, when a mid or low major make a run. But that's not the reason. That's not what motivates us. For us, it's just an opportunity to go out and compete with one another.
It would mean everything. I've always dreamed of going to the NCAA tournament, and I've always dreamed of going on those big runs, being the little Cinderella team. But I think we legitimately have a chance to do that. I believe in this team a lot. Our coaching staff believes in this team a lot, so I'm just super excited for it.
The tournament encapsulates everything that college basketball is all about, from the players on the court to the benches of each program. And for the Grizzlies, that unit has been strong and a big reason behind Montana's success.
I think it's just a credit to the culture that the coaches established. We're a very close team, and We just want to see each other succeed. Joe dunking on people, Malik shooting from half court. These guys are exciting to watch, so that's a credit to that too.
UM's bench mob has been along for the ride, rounding out this Grizz team. They all carry unique stories too, like Missoula native Connor Dick, whose father also played in the tournament for UM in 1997.
I think we're all proud of it, because we go to every practice, we do everything with the team, and we put in just as much time and work. And we just have to, watch and help the guys succeed on the court. So I think we all embraced it.
Both Connor Dick and Chase Henderson are redshirting in their second years on the team. But for a guy like walk-on and senior Adam Schaff, it's about living out a dream at long last. For Schaff, you might say he even manifested this.
It's kind of funny because I always realized that my path to a Division I basketball team might be a little bit non-traditional. While I might not be able to dunk like the rest can or block shots, I'd watch the guys at the end of the bench and I said, I know I can wave a towel with energy like they can. And that was I thought that might be my niche.
Benches and celebrations often go viral during the tournament, especially when an upset happens, like UM is aiming for against Wisconsin. And this group is prepared to bring their A game.
I do know that I'm trying to get me, Adam, and Austin Patterson some camera time. I think the 3 redheads on a Division I team was pretty rare. I don't know for sure, but I'd say we're the only team in the tournament with that. So hopefully we can get some screen time on that. I think people would probably like that.
This is what all kids dream of, is playing on this stage and playing in front of the fans and just being a part of the best thing in sports, to be honest, is March Madness. So being a part of that is big time and a dream come true for sure.
Head coach Travis DeCure has raved about his players' energy all season, and they're having fun with it every step of the way, while basking in the shared success of the group.
I've never had this many group of guys who just haven't won something before, and everyone was like, winning was our only goal, and I think it's a big factor in our road to success, and I'm so happy to be able to say that I finally won something.
Coming up, Grace Lawrence rejoins us to break down what's been a historic and remarkable season for the Montana State Bobcats as they get set to continue in the NCAA tournament. That's next on Best of the Big Sky.
Thanks for watching this MTN Sports presentation of Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama. Welcome back to Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama.
The Big Sky versus the Big Ten. The Montana State women will face Ohio State in Columbus on Friday for the first round matchup in March Madness. Ohio State is 25-6 overall and undefeated on their home court. But the Bobcats are the first 30-win program in conference history, looking to make some noise over at Ohio State. Ohio State is 15-0 at home this season, and their arena will be rocking on a Friday night in Columbus. But Montana State has had similar experiences this year to prepare them for what's to come.
They're very good on their home floor, and we had that experience at Florida Gulf Coast. We've had that experience in Dahlberg Arena. We've had a lot of situations this year where we've had to be a road warriors. So my first reaction was, okay, this team's built for being road warriors, so let's bring it.
The Cats have had a target on their back all throughout conference play as the top team in the Big Sky. Now they get to turn the tables and try and upset the Buckeyes.
We're underdogs now, so we can go out there and just play free and just don't have to have the pressure of like, oh, we have to win it. We have to, like, we're top. No, we're underdogs now, so just go out there and just play us.
What stands out most to the players about Ohio State?
They're physical. They have a good starting 5. They love to pressure the ball. Just different style of basketball over there.
The last time the Cats women were in the Big Dance, they took on top-seeded Stanford in 2022. That was a tough 78-37 loss where the team couldn't get their offense really started until the second quarter.
Obviously, the last one, it took us a whole quarter to put points on the board, and we just got to get settled in early. We were pretty disruptive in that first quarter. That was a long time ago, and this team's very different. This team's identity has been about defense all season long, so we're going to start there and get to see what our defense can do and get stops, and we know we're going to be really tested on somebody's home floor, but if we can get some great stops and get some easier things early on, I think that'd be a great way to get going.
Defense travels, especially one that ranks first in the country in steals, third in turnover margin, and fifth in turnovers forced per game. How do you continue to outdo yourself 20 years into your job? Insert head coach Tricia Binford. She's had 2 decades at the helm with the Montana State women, and this year is her best yet. So much so, she inked a 4-year extension with the university, announced on Sunday.
She's not going anywhere. We've signed Coach Binford for 4 more years.
beyond basketball, obviously this place has been really special for our family, and to be able to have both of our kids being raised here. We have the absolute best president and athletic director. That's a big piece of why we do what we do when you have that kind of support.
She's a pillar to the program and to the university. Her players wouldn't want anyone else to lead the way, especially this past year with the historic season they've had thus far.
She's meant a lot. She's the boss. Like I know it's like she's the head coach, but she like does an amazing job just trying to get everyone on board. Listen, I think that's the biggest thing, which is like she listens. She doesn't just like, oh, I'm the boss, you have to, it's my way. But no, she like listens to us. She's very open, and I'm so happy for this program to extend her and for future players.
Yeah, Coach Ben, she trusts our players. We trust her. We are fully confident in what their game plan is going to be, for Ohio State. And just really excited that we have her as our leader taking us forward.
A 30-win season for the first time ever in conference history, a regular season and tournament title, along with one of the highest seeds in Big Sky history, into the big dance. The list of accolades goes on for just how special this season has been for Montana State. But Binford says the best is yet to come.
We feel like here is the place where we can take that next step. We certainly took a step this season. We do not feel like we're finished. We think that there's more capable here, and we have the best community to support these young athletes, and just really grateful for my staff and what they bring to the table. It's just been such a fun ride.
Stick around, because coming up, Kyle catches up with a group who's been on the sidelines for this amazing season with the Grizz men, the UM dance team.
Thanks for watching this MTN Sports presentation of Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama. Welcome back to Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama.
Well, rooting on the Montana Grizzlies all season long has been the UM dance team, a program that itself has skyrocketed over the last few years. And now the UMDT is ready to perform on the big stage at the big dance.
I'm over the moon, as everyone else on our team is. It's really exciting to see people on your team succeed, and everyone wants the Grizz to win.
The Grizz dance team is out to support Grizz athletics all season long, but no stage may be bigger than the one they'll experience on Thursday for the first time for each member. They'll perform at Ball Arena, the home of the Denver Nuggets and Colorado Avalanche, as the bright lights of the NCAA tournament gets underway.
So this is such an incredible opportunity for all of us. We're doing it for the team, we're doing it for the graduates before us that couldn't get a chance to go. We're mostly just excited to showcase our skills and just be here to support the team. Our team this year is really strong and really just a supportive group of girls.
Like athletics, the UMDT puts in countless hours behind the scenes. Last year, they broke through in a big way as UM qualified for the College Classic National Championship, a first for a college dance team in the state of Montana. This year, they've qualified once again, with eyes set on bigger goals when they compete again at Nationals in April.
The thing that I'm most excited about for that is just being able to prove ourselves once again. Being a second year, there's a little bit more pressure to be, just as good, if not better, as last year. But we're really excited. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So the crowd and viewers for one of the largest spectacles in sports is an exciting and new reward as the team continues to push itself to new heights.
It's just so cool to see. We have a lot more people with their eyes on our team, a lot more people wanting to come here. People see us. For a long time, I feel like we had so much talent just hidden in Montana, and so it's nice to be able to put that on the stage and have more eyes on us, have more talent coming to us.
The girls have enjoyed these special rides alongside one another and the journey it has created. They support and represent the Grizz, and the exposure has grown. They are appreciated by those they root on and perform for.
We get to hear it so much more when we're at these events where the Grizz community is traveling to support other Grizzly athletics and all that kind of stuff. So being able to be here with Grizz fans, feel that community, and have them say they're proud of us, there's nothing more heartwarming.
Coming up, Grace catches up with the biggest fans of these Bobcats, the families. Stay with us. We'll be right back on Best of the Big Sky.
Thanks for watching this MTN Sports presentation of Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama. Welcome back to Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire-Rama.
The backbone of these athletes is always their family and friends, and a slew of parents made the trip to Boise, Idaho, as they went through all the emotions to watch their daughters capture a Big Sky title last week. If the Montana State women have been nervous during any games this season, they haven't shown it. Their parents, on the other hand,
I get so nervous before the game. I've been real nervous.
It's very nerve-wracking, but then you put it to the defense and what Coach Binford's done all year and how she prepares the team. And I think then you have to just go, all right, they got it.
Both the Deaton and Chiric families traveled to Boise to cheer on the Bobcats during the Big Sky Conference tournament last week.
Oh, it's so exciting. We didn't know what to expect, and Boise's wonderful. The fans are incredible. Like, it makes it just so much fun. It's fun. It's a fun atmosphere.
I think this venue has become great. And a couple years ago when we were here and we got to have the men and the women win, what a fun event. And it couldn't be better.
For the Deatons, it was their third time in Boise, as Lexi is now a senior who has had a long road battling injuries during her Bobcat career.
It's special, and it doesn't happen very often that you can come back like she has done. So it's been really awesome, and I'm just so grateful and so proud of her for her effort.
The Chirics, meanwhile, were making their first trip to Boise to watch Taylor, a freshman on the team and the Big Sky Defensive Player of the Year.
She loves it. She's excited. She loves this team. I think they've done a good job, like, bonding them together and getting them to know each other and just appreciate one another.
It's been great because they've treated her so well, and I think she feels at home, and she's proud to be a Montanan.
And now the families have another opportunity to support their kids on the road in March Madness.
This is the stuff you dream of, and this is why you play in your backyard, and you just keep pushing and hope that you get this, because you got to be lucky and good.
The Grizz men take on Wisconsin at 11:30 a.m. on Thursday on TNT. The Cats women tip off against Ohio State on ESPN2 this Friday at 3:30 p.m. For Kyle Hansen, I'm Grace Lawrence. This was the Best of the Big Sky Special.
Thanks for watching this MTN Sports presentation of Best of the Big Sky, sponsored by Tire Rama.